everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Courtney and today I'm kicking off my first video of 2022. I am calling this series my 3 for 3 series. For the next 3 videos, I am going to put 3 easy and very affordable DIYs in the video. They will take you no time at all to make, so let's get started. For this DIY, you are going to need some styrofoam cones. One of these, this bigger one, is from Dollar Tree, and the other one was one left over from Christmas that came from Hobby Lobby. You will need some yarn in Valentine colors. I will be using white and red yarn. I just picked this up from Dollar Tree. And then you'll need some felt stickers. Now these did come from Dollar Tree, but you could also grab a couple of pieces of felt in pink, white, and red and cut your own hearts. My first step for this project was I wasn't too fond of the flat top of this styrofoam cone from Dollar Tree. I wanted it to have a point like my other cone, so I grabbed a piece of paper, made it into a cone, and taped it off with some Scotch tape. I do get asked about my little record player tape dispenser. I just got it from Amazon. I will link it down below if I can find it for you guys. And I'm just going to attach this cone to the very top just using some more Scotch tape. Now that the cone is finished and ready to be wrapped, I took my glue gun. This is my detail tip glue gun that I talked about in my must-have craft tool video. And I took a very thin strip of hot glue and wrapped the yarn along the base and secured it a couple of times, just doing one strand at a time, wrapping it. And then as I went up, I didn't keep securing it with glue. It didn't really need it. I worked my way to the top, and when I got to the top, I realized I really didn't like that little cone thing tip that I put at the top. So I end up yanking that off and then just finish it wrapping it with the yarn. With the cone all wrapped with white yarn, I grabbed the felt stickers. There are 3 different sizes in this pack from Dollar Tree. There was a large, medium, and small heart. I went for the small hearts and decided to attach just red and pink hearts all over. It was kind of nice that these were stickers because I just put them directly onto the yarn and they stuck on there just fine. But again, if you can't find these, you could certainly cut your own sized hearts using felt from your local craft store. For the second smaller cone, I will be using some red yarn. Now for this one, I wanted it to have a different look, not the smooth kind of wrapping like I did where I took my time and did one and then one and pushed them close together. For this one, I'm taking the red yarn, I'm going to secure along the bottom and then loosely wrap on the way up to the top and then loosely wrap on the way bottom. I wanted this one to kind of have more of a chunky look, so I just wrapped it until I liked the look, securing with some hot glue every now and then. With that fully wrapped, I grabbed one of the small heart felt stickers. I put it on there and it was a little too small, so I grabbed a medium white felt heart sticker and just stuck it directly on top and left it very simple, just one heart on this little yarn tree, and then this piece is all finished. These are great for tiered trays. You could make all kinds of variations of these yarn trees. Super simple and fast to do. Moving into this DIY, you will need some type of small sign. This was a clearance find from Hobby Lobby. You'll need some wooden hearts. This was a wreath that was all broken that I picked up from the thrift store for $1. So I'll be pulling 2 hearts off of that. And you'll need some chain. This is leftover chain that I have from Dollar Tree. To start this project, I pulled off 2 of these wooden hearts. They had these little metal bracket pieces on the back. So I pulled those little off. I used my tin snips. I should have gone up and got my pliers, but my tin snips were just sitting right there. So I used those, in case you're wondering what the heck those are, they're tin snips, to pull off the metal pieces. And then I grabbed my little wooden frame. I popped off the back of it and gave it a couple of coats of the Waverly White chalk paint. Once the white paint was all dry, I grabbed some brown wax and brushed that all over the back of the sign. For the 2 wooden hearts, I decided to paint them red using the Crimson Waverly chalk paint, but you certainly could do any Valentine color you would like, pink or white, or even if you like to bring in golds and silver, you could do that as well. It was time to assemble my sign. So to start, I took my hot glue gun and attached the backing back into the sign. I also glued my wooden hearts, one on the top left corner and one on the bottom right corner. Now I was ready to attach my chain to the 2 hearts. To do this, I just pretty much held it up there and decided how long I wanted my chain to be and used my pliers to separate the little links. And to get them attached, I just used some hot glue and hot glued the ends of the chain, one to the top heart and one to the bottom heart. And then this project was all wrapped up. For this DIY, I will be using this wooden love sign from Dollar Tree, a strand of fairy lights, and a piece of Valentine scrapbook paper. This came from the All Seasons pack that Hobby Lobby has every year. They usually have a new one, and they are great packs because you get your whole year covered with all kinds of different scrapbook paper. To start, I am going to pull out this love sign, and my idea here was to get these lights put into the love sign. So what I knew I needed to do was fold the lights so that I could drill some little holes all along the love sign and put the lights. So the first step here is I just went ahead and folded the wire onto each of the lights so I knew exactly how long the strand would be, and then I loosely laid it along the wooden sign to see if it would fit, and it did, and then I got to work. All right, so here I needed to clear something up because I had 2 people mention it, and it's a very bad habit that I have. So this right here is my drill master. I call it a Dremel because it has all the same parts as my actual Dremel, which is in the garage. Dremel is the brand name of the tool, and I do actually own a legit Dremel. And when I link this product down below, I actually link a Dremel, but this one is a Drill Master. It's a rotary tool. It's not actually the Dremel brand. So I did want to clear that up because I have a bad habit of just calling calling it a Dremel and it's not actually the Dremel, if you know what I mean. Anyway, now that that's cleared up, I just decided to go through, and I didn't really mark this. I freehanded it. So I drilled my first hole, and then I pulled the wire, put my light in there, drilled the second hole, and I just made sure that as I was pulling it, that the lights were in the holes, because if I didn't do that, it may not fit exactly. So I went all the way around, just continuing to drill little holes until all my lights had a place to go. Once the holes were all drilled and ready to go, I was ready to attach my scrapbook paper. To do that, I trimmed it down and used some Scotch tape to put it on the back. You could glue this directly on there, or if you'd rather cover the entire back with paper, you could do that and attach your lights first and then cover it with scrapbook paper. Or if you'd like to use fabric, felt, a lot of different options, glitter paper, tons of options to get that look. But for me, I'm using the scrapbook paper and just, like I said, simply attaching it with Scotch tape. It's time for the lights now. So to do that, what I did is I flipped my sign over, took the lights, put them in one at a time, and I secured these with Scotch tape. So I put a piece of Scotch tape over the light as well as on the wire in between each light, and I did this all the way around the sign. There we have it, 3 quick, easy, and budget-friendly DIYs. Let me know down in the comments below, how are you liking this 3 for 3 series? Do you like these quick and easy videos, or do you prefer videos that are longer with more DIYs, say 5 to 10 DIYs in it? I would love to know your feedback. Let me know which one of these was your favorite. Also, here are some more videos that you might enjoy. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!